Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy and excited to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you today to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't like it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so glad that you're here with us on today as we lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 57. We're going to talk about grief is not negative, it's natural. Grief is not negative, it is natural. Grief is not negative, it's natural. Oftentimes, grief gets such a bad rap, and it is deemed as something that is so bad and so negative that, y'all, we see it in the wrong way, right? That grief is, and I know you saying, but all of the pain that is attached to it, all of the crying, all of the tears. Grief is not negative. It's natural. We're going to talk about it, y'all. Let's go. Grief is not a sign of weakness. It is not something to suppress, avoid, or rush through. Grief is the natural response to love and loss, a reflection at how deeply we have cared. It is not a sign of weakness. What do people say when people die? Be strong. Be strong. I just be wanting to just punch people and just, shut your mouth. Be strong. Look, grief is not a sign of weakness, right? It's not a sign of weakness. It's not something to suppress, avoid, or rush through. We already know, right? This is not something we suppress. This is not something we avoid. This is not something we rush through. And because when things have negative connotations attached to it, that's what we have a tendency to think, right? I just want it to be over. I just wanted to be over. It's not something to suppress. It's not something to avoid. It's not something that we rush through. It is the natural, I always say natural, normal, and necessary, but it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to love and loss, a reflection of how deeply we have cared. I say this and I say it all the time, and I continue to say it. Like the song says, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, right? It is, you say, like the price we pay for love, right? Y'all, how many of y'all love love? How many of y'all love the opportunity to have those minutes and those moments with your loved one, right? We relish the opportunity to have a mother, to have a father, to have a husband, to have a wife, to have a son, to have a daughter. And yes, we wish the chapters would have been longer. We wish we had more time, right? We do. We wish we had more time. Grief is I don't want to say the price we pay, but it's it's the it's just the love, those minutes, those moments, those memories, the fun, the fellowship, right? The love, the life we live, all of those wonderful times we had, right? Wonderful opportunities that we were able to have with our loved ones. Grief is merely, it's merely a reflection of how deeply we have cared. And so, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, this is hard. Yeah, I'm going through. Why? I grieve hard because I loved hard. I cared hard, right? That God gave me a wonderful gift or the wonderful opportunity. And I had so much love to give. And so a lot of times going through this process can be hard because it's a reflection of the love we had. Jesus himself grieved, y'all. He wept at the tomb of Lazarus. He lamented over Jerusalem. He felt sorrow in the Garden of Gethsemane. If the Son of God experienced grief, how much more should we allow ourselves the space to feel it? I really want y'all to understand that Jesus himself, from Lazarus to Jerusalem to the Garden of Gethsemane, right? This man experienced sorrow, grief. He lamented. How much more if he, as the Son of God, right, experienced it? How much more? Grief is not an enemy to be defeated. It is a journey to be walked. I really want us to understand that this is not an enemy to be defeated, but it is a journey that we walk. It means that what was lost mattered. It means that love was real. And though it is painful, grief also has the capacity to shape us, to deepen our own compassion, and to remind us that we are not alone in our sorrow. There are so many blessings and benefits to grief. I know it don't seem like it. I know it don't feel like it, but it's so true, right? There's so many blessings and benefits to grief. Um, how just the opportunity to grieve, period, means we have the opportunity to love, right? And at the end of the day, I would rather, I'm gonna say it until I until I go. I would rather have loved and lost than to never knew love at all, right? Yeah. Give me the love. I know I'm loving at the opportunity that I may experience the loss of what I love, right? Give me the love. Give me them minutes. Give me them moments. I know I may lose them. I know that's a reality I live with every single day, right? I'm going to take with me those memories to be my sunshine after the rain. Because there's nothing like having those minutes and those moments and those memories. And I know it's hard and I know I got to go through. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I I don't know. Maybe y'all feel different. I wouldn't trade it I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Mm-mm. Give me those moments. Give me the. I know I might have to experience some loss. Give me that love. Give me the love. Hmm. Yep. Yep. Give me the love every day, all day, 10 times out of 10. Here it is. You don't have to apologize for grieving, y'all. It's not a problem to be solved. It is a part of the process of healing. You don't have to apologize for grieving. Grieving is not a problem to be solved, it is a process of healing. Here's your point of application. If you have been seeing grief as something to get over, shift your perspective today. Instead of resisting it, acknowledge it as a natural response to loss. Allow yourself to feel, to process, and to heal at your own pace, knowing that grief is not a burden, but a testimony to love. Today, my brothers and sisters, it's day 57. This message is straight from heaven. Grief is not negative, it's natural. Grief is not negative. It is natural. Questions, comments, if you got them. Questions, comments, if you got them. Devada, until I started watching your grief devotions, I really didn't know how to navigate my grief. Even in my field, it was really taught. It wasn't really taught. So now I value and appreciate the knowledge of how to navigate and process my grief with God. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, thank you so very much. That means so much because this platform is designed to bring awareness, education, and action as it relates to grief, right? Awareness, education, and action, because some of us we just not aware. At one point in time, I wasn't aware. I only knew what I knew, right? And a lot of that was wrong. So awareness, let's educate people and let's bring some action. That's why we always have a point of action. It's like, what can I do as a result of this? And I'm so glad and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. And I'm telling you now that God is he's up to something major, right? As we expand not only this devotional, but just expand um, our efforts on bringing awareness, education, and action as it relates to grief. Because this is the thing: everybody's grieving. Everybody just don't know it, right? And people are always dealing with loss, change, and transition. The primary focus here is death, right? But there's other loss, change, and transition as well, right? And people are going to go through that for the rest of their life, right? So why not create a opportunity for something that will never grow old, or for people that's dealing with loss, change, and transition. So thank you for sharing that. Hey, Kelly Bivens. Yesterday, I needed to go through my recently deceased mother's personal things, birthday cards, etc. I put a replay of your devotion on, and I got it done. Oh, that's another. Come on, y'all gonna make me cry this morning. You are so comforting. I thank you. Thank you. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. And I appreciate that you did that. Hey, small steps lead to great distance. However, we can help, right? We are a village, we are a community, and that's a blessing. I'm learning to allow myself to feel my current grief and trying not to avoid it. Yes, don't avoid it. Give yourself permission to feel what you feel in that moment. Let yourself feel what you feel. Your grief is really that's how you process. That's how you process. Feel it. Feel it. Give yourself permission to feel what you feel. You'll help me with my grief. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Y'all, that's what this is about. And we only getting started, right? We are only getting started, and I am looking forward to all that God is doing and about to do and going to do through our time together. So thank God for each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Man, I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I hope and pray y'all have a sensational, a wonderful Wednesday. And yeah, we're here every single day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I look forward to seeing y'all again tomorrow. So have a wonderful Wednesday. We out. Let's go.